Okay. Alrighty. I think we're doing this, everyone. I think we're live. Marvelous. Welcome along to an experimental video podcast, Cubecast. And I haven't Googled that name. I'm going to be straight with you. I have not Googled that name. So there's a very good chance that someone already has something called Cubecast. So that is up in the air, as much as anything else is up in the air with this situation as well. We're just kind of trying something out today. I'm trying everything out. I'm literally trying the time of day. I'm trying OBS. Look, we've got a couple of scenes set up here so we can hang out and solve cubes, so we can hang out and watch YouTube videos together. The idea is that I'm going to do this like once a week. Ideally at the same time every week. I think it's going to be this time, whatever that time means for you in the location you're in. I'm just going to see how it works. Because right now in New Zealand, which is where I am, a lot of my audience are in school. And that's fair. People are around in America, which is where like 30% of my YouTube audience is as well. So I was like, well, let's, that works. Let's try and do that. Let's see if the Americans are around. A lot of Australians are probably still in bed. And that's fair. That's valid. We appreciate that. And we're going to start off today with some systems checking. That's what we're doing. That's what's on the agenda today. I'm actually just going to write that down to remind myself that that's why I'm here and that's what I'm doing. So we're going to be systems checking. I did do a very brief test stream the other day and it seemed to work. I had a bit of a fight with OBS, but I think I've got that covered. So we're systems checking, we're sound checking, and we are audience checking. We're seeing who's around. So I think while we wait for people to turn up, we should probably start with some 3x3. Hey, should we do some 3x3 solves and see where we go? Doesn't that sound like a good idea? Well, before we do that, I'll just finish my systems check. I'm just going to jump on the app on my phone and I'm going to make sure that this is visible and is actually broadcasting. Hey, it looks like it. It looks like it. We're about to hear it. There it is. Okay, cool. That is a good check, everyone. That's a good check. We are good. I think we're getting some stream health warnings. But I don't know how to really change much about that. So we're just going to have to deal with it and hope that it survives. 3x3. Let's do some 3x3. Here's my big box of cubes. I want my Qiyi M Pro. That's what we're going for today. I was thinking for solving today, because it's my stream, and I can do what I want. I'm going to do events that I like. So 3x3, 2x2, and clonk as well. Maybe a little bit of clonk later, depending on who's around. Alrighty. Does that sound like a plan? Marvelous. Okay. So yeah, it might be that we change the time of this in the future. I just wanted to give it a crack and see what happens. I'm not afraid of things failing first time. That's a thing. That can happen. Okay. How's my angles now? I think I've sorted the solve angle so you can actually see me solving. Not that you want to, but you can see me solving and you can see everything else that's going on as well. We're looking pretty good, eh? That much is clear. Whoops. I'm in the wrong window. That's not helpful. Stream health. Recommended stream bitrate of 6800 kilobits per second. Let's write that down. Bitrate 6800 kbps. I'm not sure if we can change that midstream, and I'm not going to try because that would be super boring to watch. What I want is to do some solvey solves. Okay. Do I like this? I'm not sure. We're on the right window. It's been a while since I've done this, eh? Streamed, I mean. And it doesn't really matter how long it's been since I've solved, because I will always be trash. Where are you? There you are. Gross. Should have done AUF instead. That's a disgusting solve to start the day. Oh well. It's what it is. Ooh, might have been a corner twist. Might have been a twisty. With an F perm. I love an F perm. Some people think F perms are psychotic, but I love them. H perm 24. Welcome and hello from America. I knew America would be online, you see. That's why we went for this time of day. Is that America would be online. So if you're just joining, the plan for today is do some solves, watch some videos, and talk about some cubes. I'm going to try and do an hour. That's my aim. I think that's like sustainable, you know? I'd like to think so anyway. You're all on fact checking today, so if somebody has already done something called Cubecast, then let me know, because I have not checked. I probably should have. In fact, I almost certainly should have. That's pretty basic stuff. And I should know better. Oh, did I just kick out? No, I didn't. I thought I wrecked that pair. That was nice that I didn't. You relax. And one of those. And then, the heck is this? It's an E. Disgusting. Disgusting. If you're solving along at home, do dump your times in the chat. If you're fast or you're slow, I don't care. Flex. Go ahead and flex. I used to get comments when I used to stream a couple of years ago from people going, yo, it's nice to see someone who solves at the same speed as me. So hopefully, you know, if nothing else, I can just be here for my fellow slow solvers. Because sometimes, you know, like fast solves are cool and everything, but they're also just like devastating. You know, it's nice to see someone who solves a bit slower and who is having the same struggles as you are. Man, the struggle is real today with a 27 far out. Whoo! Okay, there's a little clever thing we can do here. We can big brain this. Not that big though. Oops. Uninspiring. Where's that one? There it is. That's not optimal. Sub-optimal. And my least favorite G-perm for a 24. Stinky. Okay. Okay, we can work with this though. Ooh-wee. All my white cross solvers, where you at on this one? No, I thought that was a freebie, but it wasn't. And that's pain. I'll just get that one instead, and then I'll get that one, and then that one. Was that a Y perm I got there? I think that might have been the Y. Where are we? 9:42. Let's do a few more 3x3 solves, and then I want to take a look. I want to take a look at a video. We're starting off with a Gan video today. Before we get to the Qiyi Smart Cube, we'll start with something from Gan that I want to take a look at. Oh. Where's... Ah, right, okay. Did I just do an X cross? I did. Yes, success. Successful X cross, everyone. That was good, eh? Wasn't worth anything. Wasn't worth anything, but it was a successful X cross. So I'm happy with that. I preserved a pair. Hooray for me. Life is good. Okay. Oof, filthy. But I can live with it, actually. Can absolutely live with that. Yeah, missed the keyboard. That was a 19 and I missed the keyboard. Ah, life is pain. Solving is pain. Okay, there, let's go for one more. That's that, and that's that, and that's that. Filth. Absolutely disgusting. I think this needs a little bit more goop in it. I think it needs some sauce, some cube sauce. The show today brought to you by Cube Sauce. If you're in Australia and New Zealand, get yours from speedcube.nz or speedcube.co.nz. That's what the channel's called. Both of those addresses will work. And everyone else in the world, go to lastlayercubing.com and buy a t-shirt. It'd be cool. Today's show brought to you by Cube Sauce and Last Layer Cubing. All right. I think I want to take a look at some videos. All right, I've got a few saved up. Where are my playlists? Oh, here, I'm looking at them. Doi. Where's my little Cubecast? Cubecast playlist. And I am hoping that the audio is going to work. That's what I'm looking for. I don't want to look at this right now, but we are going to take a look later in the video at the Qiyi Smart Cube, okay? Because Cuber has made a video on it, and he's not very impressed at all. Is my mic peaking? Might turn the gain down a little bit on that. Cuber has made a video on it. He's not very impressed whatsoever with the Qiyi Smart Cube. And also Speedcube Review has made a review, and he was very impressed with the Qiyi Smart Cube. So we've got some different opinions. Be interested to take a look at those and see if we can form our own opinions. News coming in from Infinity Blaze. Real Madrid beat Bayern Munich in the UCL. What a match. Do I have the Gan 562? No, I don't. I do not have the Gan 562 yet. It's releasing to suppliers like me on the 23rd of May, I'm pretty sure. So it's still on pre-order at all the Western stores. I think you can buy it direct from stores in China right now. But I was told May 23rd. And for the Gan 5 and matte or gloss, what would I do? I would get matte. No, I wouldn't. What am I talking about? I would get gloss. The opposite of what I said. I would get gloss. I think if you have the option, get gloss. I always enjoyed gloss cubes. We call them UV now. I want to do. Honestly, I want to do something. Oh no, I can already see it on this cube. I was just like, is UV just gloss? Have they repackaged gloss for us? Have they just started making gloss cubes again and called them UV? But no, UV, you can see it. Compared to the insides of a cube here on the M Pro. I don't know if you can see that at all, but you can see where the line is, where the UV starts and the internals are matte. I'm pretty sure anyway. But yeah, no, I'm gonna get the UV when I get one. All right, I want to look at this video from Gan, right? About this goober here, the Brainstorm Voyage Set. I'm not sure if you guys can hear the volume on that. If you're around Infinity Blaze, you can tell me what the volume's like, because I know what I can hear on my headphones. But anyway, what is this? What's happening here? What is this? All right, we've got a fancy box. Yes. Fancy box, yes. Does it come with a robot? Is that what this is? Is this a set that comes with the robot? This might be a dive on Reddit required here. But first of all, this cube looks sick. Okay? With the blue internals. What is this? I kinda like low-key I want one of these. That's pretty cool. Welcome Cube Squared. It's a bit quiet. Okay. Interesting. I've boosted it up on the source here. How's that going now? Compared to my voice, that sounds about alright in my headphones anyway. That's a cute bag. That's a big instruction manual. What's interesting is I don't think it actually shows the robot in this video. Which is why I'm saying, you see what I mean? Like there's a box there with a robot on it. And then there's a couple of cubes, which is now misleading. But it's not showing me a robot. That's the video. What is this product, Gan? What is the Brainstorm Voyage Set? I might go to Reddit. Let's go to Reddit. Hey, you can tell I've just been Googling my Stream Deck settings because it was kicking my butt. Let's go to... What do we want? We want new cubes. New cubes. There's a gross Maylong Megaminx that nobody wants. Why did they magnetize that? Anyway, never mind. Waylong V10, that's exciting, obviously. I got spanked. I got such a telling off from some Redditor, some jobs-worthy Redditor, because I double posted this. I had a quick look and I couldn't see that anyone had posted it, so I posted this from Instagram. The MoU announcement of a new adjustment system, which has got people split. I'm trying to stay on point just now. Okay, no, I don't see any. So let's search in new cubes. What was that thing called? The Brainstorm. Brainstorm Voyage. Nothing for Brainstorm Voyage. What about Cursed R-Cubers? The dumbest site on the whole internet. What was it called? Brainstorm Voyage. Brainstorm Voyage. Nothing in R-Cubers about it either. Let's just do a straight up Google search. Gan Brainstorm Voyage. Because I like the cube, but I don't want to buy a robot. Here, Gan Cube Shop. Here we go. Let's go direct to source, everyone. The Gan Brainstorm Voyage Set. I just want to know if there's a robot in it. It's got a stupid sticker set, which nobody's going to use. It has a cool looking cube. Turbo look. Turbo. What? It's an eye carry. Choose an option here. Oh, okay. You can't see this. There's options here. Let me see if I can just boop that out the way. And then maybe move this up. Okay, so there's options here. There's a Gan 356ME. Brainstorm Voyage Set. Or there's a 356 iCarry Voyage Set. But what is the Voyage Set? Is it just a big ass box with a cube in it and a dumb sticker? I cannot read Chinese, which is not helping me right now. I'm a bit confused about that. I don't know what it is. You see what I mean? Like what's happening here? What is this set? What's happening here, everyone? Any ideas? Chuck it in the chat, but that's got me confused. I don't know what this set from Gan actually is or what it's for, but I like the blue internals. Is this like a limited edition ME that only comes with a set? Infinity Blaze speculating the Voyage Set is just cool as internals. And a useless box and stickers. Come on, Gan. I think actually going back here and looking at the price, US 29 to 34, that's probably too cheap to have a robot in it. Absolutely is, isn't it? That's the price of a just a cube. That's just the price of a ME or iCarry. But curse you, Gan, I want that. I do want that ME. Because that blue internals, those blue internals look dank. Don't they? Do we agree? This gives me Worm 21 maglev vibes. Remember the one that had the purple internals? Gonna be overshadowed by the 562. I mean, yeah, sort of. Yeah, sort of, kinda. Different event. The 562 is so good. We had one recently. So Yuki Gao, who is a Gan guru, competes here in New Zealand. She competes for China, but she lives in New Zealand. And she had the 562 prototype Gan guru swag style. And she I didn't actually get a turn on it, unfortunately, because there were so many other speedy people there who wanted a turn on it. And that's fair. I'm not worried about that. The feedback I was getting on the Gan 5x5 is that it's hype, is that it's genuinely hype. A genuine Gan big cube hype, like that one's 100% coming in stock here. I'm going to stock that for sure. I want one. I've been doing a lot of 5 and 6 recently, and I really want one. Cube squared. This feels like such a Moyu move, a cube with a fancy packaging. Do you think Gan be like, hey, you know what this cube needs? It needs a massive, massive box so that it's almost a loss leader for distributors to ship. I want to lose money on this cube when I ship it from China to wherever. That's what we need. And I want distributors to lose money on it when they ship it domestically as well. Interesting call. Gan taking packaging advice from Moyu. Infinity Blaze riding that Gan 562 hype. Worm 21 maglev looks kind of cool. You held off on the Hong. The Hong's been quite popular over here in New Zealand and Australia. It's gone pretty well. TBH. What do we want to do, everyone? Where are we? 9:57. We're almost halfway through. I want to talk a little bit about
There's a certain announcement that
Logan Paul. and Prime. That sparked up for a bit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a little bit butthurt that my video about it didn't do very well. But hey, that's YouTube life. Sometimes your videos don't do well. Everyone else who's made a video got hella views. Speedcube here, 14k. His video's saying pretty much the same thing that my one is. Pretty much the same thing. Which is like, this is cool, but, you know, really great title. Really great title. Got that hella engagement. But he makes the point. He makes points that, well, let's watch a bit of the video here. He's got it chapter marked. Let's have a look here. Is it actually a problem?
The problem here with what everybody's been saying pertaining to Logan Paul and his reputation is that these are just the cards that we've been dealt with a first sponsorship of an individual speedcuber like Max, and we kind of just have to accept that at this point. And even beyond just
okay, I'm not going to debate whether Prime is nice or whether Prime is good for you. I'm not getting involved in any of that. All I was talking about when I made a video was Logan Paul is a goober. And he's not a good role model. And the reason I bring role model up is because I'm an adult in the cubing space and a store owner. And we have an obligation as adults in the space, which is predominantly occupied by young people, some of them genuine children. We have an obligation to be good role models. That is why this conversation has started, because, you know, you've got the role model spectrum. If you think about people like Tingman on that full wholesome grind, that full Christian wholesome grind. No shade, it's fine, whatever, it's not my jam, but yeah. You've got that sort of end of the wholesome role model space. Then you've got people like Cubehead and the big creators, Cubehead J-Perm. Still wholesome in a different way. Wholesome in a respectful, relatable kind of way. Just, you know, generally good humans. No scam found. Scam failed to load, you know. Nothing bad there. And you've got people like me, I don't know what I am. I'm just an adult in the space. I compete. I try and make content. I'm always mucking around with content. I deal with young people. I have a team full of young people of quite a large age range in there. And a little bit of context as well. So I used to work in like the youth space. I used to be a youth worker. I ran a charity that looked after young people. That's why I think the conversation about a role model is important. And this is where
just accepting it, we have to realize that
this is where Speedcube and I disagree a little bit. And it's okay to disagree. I made that point in my video as well. Like, we don't agree on everything. But let's just have a quick listen.
So no, it doesn't really mean that Logan Paul has to be a role model for the cubing community, nor does
Yes, it does. I disagree. I disagree, Speedcube, on that point. Yes, I think he does. Because you are an adult in a space that is predominantly occupied by children. And I think fundamental, like, youth worker stuff coming in here. But fundamentally, when you're an adult working with young people, you are a role model. You are in a position of being a role model. And I think that's really important. Young people disagree. Speedcube, when he gets older, may look back on this and potentially change his opinion, but that's where I am on that. So I just wanted to talk about that. You should go watch StuCube's video. Give it a like and give it a sub if you don't subscribe to him already. Go watch my video about it on my channel as well. But that's my take on that. Love your work, StuCube. We pretty much agree all the way through on this. It's the same video. But I do disagree on this point about the role model stuff. Infinity Blaze. J-Perm just kind of left. Yeah, and he's allowed to. He's allowed to do that. I think he's streaming a lot of Mario Kart stuff, I heard, which is very exciting because I'm streaming Mario Kart as well. I just went down a deep dive learning about capture cards and all that noise so that I can stream some computer games. I don't know whether I'm going to do it here yet. I haven't decided. But yeah, that's what's been happening. All right, what have we done? We've talked about the GAN box thing. We've talked a little bit about Logan Paul. I want to talk about the Qiyi Smart Cube. But should we do some solves? Should we do a couple of solves before then? What do we want to do? I've done 3x3. I might do some 2x2, hey? Let's do a bit of 2x2. You know what else is good about this podcast idea is that I can actually have some accountability on my practice, because I never practice. I never have like a regular time to practice. So if I can get a regular time to solve, then I can maybe get a regular time to practice as well. That's good, isn't it? See how I've done that? Cubehead is good. He's been semi-consistent and making super high quality videos. Yep. He dropped off a little bit as well, just in terms of consistency. And again, that's fine. I've dropped off multiple times. I would say, like, in the 4 years I've been doing this, I've dropped off like 6 times because I've never really found anything that works properly yet. I've got a couple of tutorial videos that work. They get lots of views, but I've put up like 6 tutorials in the last 6 months, and they are doing so badly. They're doing really badly. I think the Google search has changed. Sorry, YouTube search has changed. And those tutorial videos aren't popping for me. But go ahead and look at Cubehead's videos. His tutorial videos are ripping. So, I don't know. It's all about the audience you've created in the audience and how you're engaging with them all and all that kind of stuff. Have I ever tried the PiCube Core magnetic 4x4s? I haven't, but I have a couple of people here in Christchurch who do use them and love them. We here in New Zealand, I have someone who has been doing some magnetic core stuff for me. They did the magnetic core mod on the Meilong 7M, which I've got for sale on my store at the moment, which is pretty cool. Hey, with the flow. Cheers from Canada. Cheers right back at you, buddy. Friend, guy. Thanks for joining in. Appreciate the comment. Okay, should we do some 2x2? Grab a 2x2 if you're near a computer right now, and put your time in the comment if you're solving along at home. Put your time in the chat, I should say, if you're solving along at home. Oh, I hate this. What am I going to do with this? I think I'm going to go with blue. Oh, yeah, I am. No, oh, I see that. There's a 2-move first layer there. Okay. That's... Oh, can't recognize OLL. Yo, okay. That wasn't great. Okay, I'm not going to lie to you. Chuck your times in the chat if you're solving at home. That was traumatic, because that could have been kind of good. This one is going to go... Oh, whoops. Cooked it. Absolutely cooked it. Dang it. In my defense, I am basically warming up right now. Oh, I forgot the alg. Whoops. Good times. In my defense as well, I lost my main 2x2. I lost my main 2x2 at a competition recently, and that's made me really sad. Everyone hates it except me. It was a Qiyi MS stickered, because sometimes I'm not very smart, and I order cubes with stickers on. I've done it with the MGC4 twice. I did it once with the MGC2. Oh, listen to this. Oh, that's so dry. Parity per second with the 257. Are you a mod? I don't remember that account. Has somebody changed their name? I'm just chucking some... This is embarrassing. I don't have cube sauce handy, so I'm chucking in some Gan standard, because that's the first lube I found in my little drawer. I agree, parity per second. That is an absolutely goofy 2x2 main. This is an MGC2. Yeah, this is just a regular MGC2. Oh, it's Daniel! Hey, Daniel. Your name changed. Daniel, previously How to Rubik's a Cube. Welcome along, Daniel. Nice to have you here. Daniel's here in New Zealand. He's one of the Supreme team. Cube Squared's asking, do I have any opinions on daily puzzles closing? Obviously, I do. I don't know how many of them I want to share. I'm going to put that straight back on you, Cube Squared. Do you have any opinions on daily puzzles closing? All right. Try and corner me, sunshine. Have you got any opinions on daily puzzles closing? My only thing, I said it the other day, it's always sad when somewhere closes, when a business closes and people lose their jobs. You know? That is sad. People lost their jobs. And that is sad. I guess in answer to your question, do I have any opinions? Yes. Yes, I do. Whether or not I want to share them is a different question. But what's exciting is we're expanding the Supreme team. That's my team of sponsored cubers. We're expanding them into Australia. And there will be an announcement on that very, very soon. Either maybe this weekend, maybe early next week. All right, this cube's still trash. Okay, so that's the situation we're in. Okay, let's see if we can do something half decent with this. What the heck is this? Oh, good grief. That's pretty painful. Was that really only a 13? It felt like an hour. Good gosh. Right back at you, Cube Squared. Cube Squared, that's very insightful. I think it is sad, but I thought the sales were always happening. It made me kind of suspicious something was up. Yep, that's pretty on point. That was pretty telling. You know? I like what I'm seeing here. Daniel with the 210. Let's see a 1, please, Daniel. Come on now. I don't love this. I don't love what I'm seeing here. I know what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to have a little go with green. Oh, that's the wrong alg. Come on, Michael. What is happening? Ugh. Sub 10. I didn't deserve it. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Have I scrambled this right? How do I... Chat, help me out here. I'm a absolute boomer. How do I turn on visual scramble so that we can see the scrambles here? James, welcome along. Welcome along, dumbass VR. Should I remember you? Or are you asking me to remember this now in the future? Or should I remember you from the past already? I need some clarification on that, please, dumbass VR. I like what I'm seeing here. I'm going to solve on white. It's going to be a WR. You ready? I remembered OLL. Oh. Let's go. You love to see it. Love to see it. Okay, everyone's getting under here. Tools, is this what I want? Click the button on the bottom right. Oh! Well, gosh, that was easy. That was easy. Thanks for that, team. 10 past 10. Okay, we're going to try and run this till 10:30 this morning. That's my plan. So far, you've missed... What have you missed? Some slow 3x3 solves. We talked about the Gan... What? The Gan Brainstorm Voyage Set, which is just a limited edition cube in a huge box from what we were able to ascertain. We had a pretty good search around. Oh, no. Okay. Yep. That's the same thing again. Gonna solve on orange here. Excuse me. Whew, that was a belter. Woo! Yo. Best single. Let's go. Look at that average of 5. 9.67. That's gross. 1.46 goofy. Agreed. Huh? I keep getting the same first layer case. Anyone else seeing that? I keep getting the same first layer case, but I can use a different side here. So it's not a huge issue. I don't know if I can explain this properly, but let's take blue as the example, right? I keep getting the case where one will go down in one move, right? Boop. And then I need to U2 to just insert. Anyway, cool story. I didn't explain it well. And I didn't want to solve... Where was I looking to solve, though? It wasn't on blue. It was red. I think. I think I made poor choices. 3.38. Do you see what I mean, though, Daniel? Is that like a... I imagine, because now that I'm practicing 2x2 and I'm doing Ortega, I am seeing first layer cases that I recognize. So there can't be that many. There can't be that many, hey. Ooh. I think I like green for this one. Ah. I mean, it's okay. Actually, I'll take that average of 5. I'll take a 7. I want a 6. That's what I want. I want a 6 in my next competition. I want a 6 average. But I need to sort my main out now that I've lost my poor little MS. I've got a mutant MS. I've got an MS. Daniel's a delegate. Daniel, is this... Can you have a combination stickered and unstickered puzzle? Because I do have a stickered MS with a black corner. Or it's the opposite. I can't remember. In my spares pile, I've got a few mutant cubes that I've put together just for fun. Ooh, look at green on this one. That's the case I'm after. U2 into an R prime, right? If you've got the bar on the left like I have. Or do we want to... No, we want to take the red on this case, don't we? Because that's just a U2 insert. Yeah. Let's just do that. Let's do red. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Daniel's pulling the 1 on that one, right? Oh, he's shut down that cube as well. That's a shame. I wonder, maybe I've got a regular. Maybe I can pull together a regular MS 2x2 out of spares. Gan 251M Leap. Oh, that's what I could do. I do have the Air in stock. The Gan 251 Air I have in stock. And maybe I can main that. I don't have one of them in my demo box. Generally, all my cubes turn into the demonstration boxes as well for when I'm selling at competitions. So I love where you're going with that, dumbass VR. This is great. Because I get to have a new cube. And I get to just validate it by putting it in the display box when I go to competitions. Then all the Timmies can play with it. So that's a great idea. I've got a few of them in stock just now as well, so I won't even feel bad taking one out of stock. Love your work, dumbass VR. Thanks, coach. Appreciate it. Right, where are we? 10:16. Let's ditch the solves just now. Let's get back into YouTube, shall we? Because Cuber called the Qiyi Smart Cube the worst cube they've ever reviewed. This is not Cuber on the screen. That is Cube. Excuse me. I'm a grown man. Then also Speedcube Review has a review of the same cube titled Qiyi's first Bluetooth puzzle is fantastic. So that's kind of interesting, isn't it? Let's have a look at Cuber's video.
This is the Qiyi Smart Cube, and it might be the worst
sure is.
product that I have ever
subscribe to
reviewed.
Cuber, by the way.
He
He makes real good videos.
With the cube itself, is there any hope for Qiyi, or should
He's
they
got
just
very
stop?
skinny fingers. I did notice
Poor
that.
performance
I shouldn't be out here body shaming young people on the internet. Didn't I just talk about being a good role model? But I did watch this the other day, and I thought, those are the longest thumbs I've ever seen. Right? That's a long thumb. Compared to mine. Like, here's a thumb. Which camera am I on? This one. Right? There's a mic thumb. These are long thumbs. Are they not? No shade. I'm not trying to be mean, but I saw this scene and I went, damn.
with the cube itself. Is there any hope for Qiyi, or should they just stop trying? Well,
is there any hope for Qiyi, or should they
how
stop
about
trying?
we go back to when I first opened this product, with the hope that it would be good enough to
let me know if my
rival
levels are
every
goofy,
other
by the way,
smartphone.
if I
And
need
from the
my
outside,
vocals
it
up or
looks
whatever.
pretty good. I mean, at just £20, I don't have too many
£20 price check. £20, like $40 New Zealand.
expectations on it.
£20. What would that be? $40 New Zealand. That'd be about $24
Accessories and extra
American.
features. So I think that this cube currently seems reasonable. But as soon as we go into first turns, it starts to
Daniel,
go
I can't unsee
steeply
the
downhill. You
thumbs
might
down
notice
either. I'm
how
so
many
sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I want to publicly apologize now to UK Cuber for even bringing that up.
mistakes and lockups I am making here due to the lack of corner cutting. But okay, it's a smart cube.
Now, controversial. The amount he's just said the amount. Look at the amount of mistakes and lockups I'm getting due to the lack of corner cutting. Could that be a skill issue? With peace and love, could that be a skill issue? I don't know. I'm not qualified to answer.
The priority
Because, and I'll tell you why. Because when we get into Speedcube Reviews video, he compares it to the Qiyi M Pro, which is my main 3x3 at the moment, and I love it. And it is a bit blocky, and it is a bit like the Gan 356 maglev in terms of it's a bit polarizing. Like, some people don't like it. Phil, you thrashed it on his video, which I thought was a bit mean. The Cubicle went really hard at it. Like, the RS is trash. The RS version of it is horrible because it's not magnetized, duh. But I really like the 356. Bryn, one of the kids in Christchurch, he's just got one as well, and he's vibing on it too. So I think it's blocky. I think it's fair to say it's blocky.
is going to be on the app
that much is true
to control it and not the actual performance. Well, that's what I thought. And whilst I can't show it, I entered my email address correctly 4 times before a code was sent. And
Show me the
also
receipts.
tried to
Show
use
me the
phone
receipts,
number.
UK Cuber. Show me that you spelled it right 3 times. No, the apps for smart cubes is the point that he's making here. The apps for smart cubes are absolute. I can't say that. They're not very good, right? They're I don't know how to say it. From my experience using them, it feels like they're not made by people who know how to make apps. It feels like they're made by people who know about speedcubing. Like, for example, let's take Tim's app that's available on my website, right? Speedcube.co.nz. Oh, look, there's my website. Fantastic. The Cube Timer app. This is made by a cuber, yes, but it's made by a cuber who is also like a weapons grade developer. Tim is currently studying in America at Berkeley, doing UI, like user interface. This is an app made by someone who understands apps really well and understands how people interact with them and how they're used and all that kind of stuff. I think we need new screenshots actually. Oh, who's this jerk? Who's this idiot asking for me to sign up? Go away. Oh my god. How embarrassing. Anyway, that's my experience, right? And that's coming from having used, I'll admit my experience is limited. I've only used the Gan app and it was an absolute turd to begin with. Then I didn't use it for a long time and I went back in and it was updated, but it was still an absolute turd. Like, trying to find just the basics is really tough and really frustrating. But Daniel's saying the cube looks fantastic. Like, you can't tell it's a smart cube, and that's nice, eh? But that's interesting because they've created two versions. There's a stickerless one, which looks great. It looks like a speed cube. And then there's like a goofy goober one, which looks more like a Rubik's Connect or a Go Cube, you know, which is designed for absolutely not cubers. And that's fine. I don't know how much of a good experience a brand new cuber would have with this app, though. Like, honestly,
which means that didn't work.
Horror show.
But finally, after typing in my email again and refreshing,
suffice to say, UK Cuber hates this app. All right, too long, didn't read.
Which seemed pretty good. And in Qiyi's defense, connecting the cube was incredibly easy. So
Great,
I'll give
love
them
that.
credit for that. However, one issue is that despite selecting English at the beginning, a lot of the app was still in
He selected English.
Chinese, but I'll cover that in more detail a little bit later. So I did a couple of turns, and once again, the connection was very good.
It looks pretty good. I mean, it already looks better than Gan. It's performing better than my iCarry is currently performing. My iCarry sat on the shelf for a bit. Then I tried to connect it recently, and it just drops turns all the time. It's unusable now. It's unusable. I put a new battery in it, still unusable. I'm really sad about that. I cannot recommend the Gan iCarry, honestly.
Against another person.
I think it dies after about 18 months.
The times for them were completely off the times that I was setting. To be fair,
so he has an issue with the matching.
Against people, decided to try out some of the 30 seconds.
He has
solves. I kept getting placed against people setting times upwards of 30 seconds, which seems to defeat the point of
I would say.
Next, I decided to try out some.
Yeah, that's what it is. The battle. I don't know. I never used the battle. I never used the battle in Gan. I just used it to get the data. That's what I wanted. The good data. The alg grinding was really good.
You could choose.
Oh, this, yeah. So there's the extra thing just shows you patterns. Pretty boring.
Developing a game that cubers would is somewhat decent. If we move away from that and onto the practice section, and this is somewhat decent. After doing a solve, it will break down each stage, telling you important.
So this is great. This is what I want to see from a smart cube. That's why I'm smart. That's why I'm using a smart cube, really. I don't think it's to battle. Daniel, go cube, more like slow cube. Ayo, very nice, very nice. Round of applause for Daniel, everyone. Very nice.
Data that could help you improve in the future. But when I try to exit this page, another error appears where the text hasn't been translated. Yet the option buttons have been, which doesn't make any sense. Moving on. Sadly,
so it's been poorly translated, but that's unfortunately that is standard for cube apps as well.
Has to offer.
Anyone in the chat used the Moyu one?
Trophy section, where after just playing for 20 minutes,
it was a bit of a turd as well.
Placed at 800th, and I can't tell whether I'm more surprised that I'm placed so high after such a short period, or that there are over 800 active weekly users of this product. And before I go into my
so that's that's just a bit of a burn. That's just a bit of a burn, or a cell phone, or both. Like, yeah, there's not many people using it. It is brand new. It is brand new, and if everyone's having the same trouble as UK Cuber getting into the app, then yeah, that makes sense. I'm trying to think what else is in here. Has you got chapters? Nah. What's this about?
To go against this cube. Obviously, the battle feature and practice session is where you will be spending most of your time. However, that's pretty much all there is to do currently anyway. Right now, other features are lacking in every sense.
What do we actually? This brings up a question actually. Like, what do we actually want from a smart cube? Because in my opinion, what I want it to never drop. I want it to never drop a turn. That is the most frustrating thing about my experience with the iCarry. Like, I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. The iCarry performs pretty well as a cube. Needs a little bit of setup, but then it works really well. As a cube, it's great. The app is a little bit disorienting. You get lost in it. It's annoying. Battle is whatever. There's lots of bots in the Gan app, so that's kind of annoying. You'd rather genuinely be put against good people, but to have enough people functionally playing an app and enjoying it, then the app has to be good. If you make a good app that works well with a good cube, then people will use it, I think, you know? I don't know. What I want from it is to just work well and to give me good data. Daniel reckons it looks like a meh cube and a bad app. Not too dissimilar from other smart cubes. James with the hot take. This is pretty much where I am, James, as well. Not gonna lie. I feel like smart cubes in general are still a gimmick. Are still kind of a gimmick. Yeah, and I think that's the problem. Like they're such a good idea. They're such a good idea, but they just don't work. They just don't work. What's up, Jacob? Thanks for tuning in from school. So yeah, the smart timers, great idea, but continually poorly executed. Now, Speedcube Review had a look as well. He's gonna pull out both versions. So there's the goofy looking like I guess beginner version. And actually, there's an adjustment system in here that he gets to. I am going to just hoon through this, because if you want to watch the whole thing, go and see his channel. But look, see that full Go Cube looking version with the big round corners?
Of these things. Stickerless.
Looks kind of weird. Don't care about the weight.
We've got holes in the pieces where it might check a speed cube.
This is what piqued my interest. And I'm placing an order this week, so I'm gonna get one of these to give it a go. I don't like here's why retailers don't like things as well, because we're used to selling puzzles, which are just physical, right? They're just physical items. And with smart cubes, we're getting into the realms of electronics, like different return policies, different customer rights, different everything. And I had such a bad experience with the first gen iCarry, where I got 50% returns. 50% of the iCarries that I sent out came back. To be fair, Gan were good to me, and they replaced them, but they replaced them with the same generation. And I just didn't feel good about sending those out. So I got all my customers I managed to sort out. But it was such a bad experience that I am so sus, and I would never ever sell a smart cube again without using it myself personally, and probably making some marketing material about how to use it as well. I mean, that's the only way that I would feel comfortable selling one. So I'm gonna, when I place this order with my supplier today, I'm gonna order one of the stickerless ones and have a crack at it, and see how it goes. James, personally, even the self-timing aspect feels like a gimmick to me. Oh, for sure. It's not how you'll be timing solves in competition anyway. No, and it does teach you bad habits. Like after I used the Gan iCarry for a while, I instinctively at the end of every solve went U prime U to reset for the next timer. Never did it in a competition, thankfully. But what I like, James, is the breakdown and the turns and the TPS. This is what actually, I'm going to show you this from Sean's video here. So he goes into real detail into the app here with the data. Now this is quite interesting.
Data here, I like this. 17 moves for the PLL. So that doesn't seem to be M moves, because I did a U perm with...
Not this part, this is standard.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 moves, and it says 17. Okay, so that'd be a nice change. See if they can add some double moves. TPS for each staff. I like the way this graph is set up.
See, look at that. James, tell me that's not piquing your interest, James. Tell me you're not going, ooh, TPS per stage. That's very interesting. That, I think, honestly, here's the two things that are sealing it for me. Like, I want to have a crack at one for the fact that Sean said it's very like an M Pro. And I guess, yeah, if you just yoink an M Pro apart, what do we know about an M Pro? It's a ball core. Look, you can put your gubbins in there. So maybe, it could be that we're as close to a good performing cube as possible here. Be interested to know if UK Cuber has used an M Pro, or what his take. He probably hates an M Pro. If he hates the Qiyi Smart Cube, from what I'm gathering, he probably hates the M Pro as well. That's fair. Not everyone likes it. But this is what's exciting for me. Whether or not, James, whether or not that data is useful is debatable. 100% that's debatable. I mean, what would I do with this data, right? Let's play the tape forward here. I'll get the cube, I'll look at the data, I'll realize my F2L is trash. I'll tell people about that, and then people like Chris Mills will tell me for the 100th time, learn F2L then, you idiot. Stop doing intuitive F2L. And then I'll go, ooh, nah. No thanks. That sounds horrible. And then nothing will actually change, except I will have data. Except I will have actual numbers to justify the fact that I should learn proper F2L. But I won't. I would be interested. I think genuinely, though, my cross. I think cross is something that I could be working a bit better on. Daniel, I mean, after a ton of solves, I think you can get an idea of one or two things you can improve on. I could see them being useful for improvement with like a really good app that gave you real-time feedback on your solves and specific tips. Yeah, I think either UKCuber or Speedcube Review spoke about that, and it's kind of a what if. Like, let's say in this data here, let's say it goes OLL, and then it goes, hey Mike, you did this. There's another alg you could have used here. You know, what about that, James? Would you like the data? Would you like the app telling you that there's a move you could have used with one less move? Or would that be getting too far into your territory? Would that be too much of an overshoot by AI? Who knows? I mean, we have to remember, chat, as well, that James is basically an AI when it comes to algs. So what we need to do is we need to essentially clone James. We need to get James on a disk. And then we need him like Cortana in the Cube app. I think I've solved it, actually. What we need is James on a disk, put him inside a Cube app like Cube Siri or Cube Cortana. Just relax. So I think I've solved it. I think I've solved smart cubes. The time is now 10:34 here in New Zealand. I think I'm going to call it a day, everyone. Yeah, here we go, James. That's the sort of thing. It's not the stats that are relevant, really. It's the specific improvement points. It's kind of the implementation of them stats. I hear you. We haven't really worked out what smart cubes are for. I think that's the problem, right? This is a Jurassic Park moment. This is Alan Grant in Jurassic Park. Cube companies worked out that they could make smart cubes, but they never stopped to work out whether they should. Because we don't actually know what they're for. Apart from timing yourself without a timer. I'm going to call it a day, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to try and do this once a week. That's my plan. We didn't do any clonk today. We'll start with clonk next time, and then no one will watch. Peace. All right. Love you.